Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So on today's video we are going to be going through some random pickups that I've been making, and yeah, we've actually got some really good bits, and they're from some different sources as well. So we've got some bits from my local charity shop, eBay. I think we've got a couple of bits from Nicky as well. Actually got some bits from a viewer of the channel who reached out to me through Facebook, and yeah, I picked up some absolutely brilliant games, some Wishlist Games as well off him, and then we've also got some bits that I picked up at the auction as well. So what we'll do is we'll dive straight in and get started with the ones that are the bits that I picked up from the local charity shop. So went in there one day, and I mean, as I said before, I have got backroom access, so do let me have a look. I normally have a look through the electronics that they've got, and yeah, when I went in there today, they actually managed to get 2 consoles. So the first one that we've got is actually a original Xbox. So I'll be honest, I've got so many of these, but with the recent uptake in price of these, that was the big reason for picking this up. So looking them up online, they sell for £70 at CEX and £75 on eBay. Now this one comes with the power cable and the controller, so yeah, that will be good to go. I am going to test it and do the capacitor swap on it before I sell it, but yeah, couldn't believe actually how much these have gone up in price. So yeah, I ended up picking this up for a tenner, so yeah, definitely worthwhile there. In with the Xbox as well, I also found a official Microsoft SCART cable. So I'd never seen one of these before, and it's actually really big for a sort of standard SCART cable, because it's even got this box on it as well, which looks like it outputs sort of a digital audio. But yeah, didn't have one of those in the collection, so I decided to keep that. When I was looking it up online, I was actually quite surprised, because these sell for £25 at CEX and on average about £50 on eBay. So yeah, a really good find there, and actually a really rare cable. Then in addition to that, there was also an Xbox 360, and the big reason that I got it was because it was boxed. So yeah, this is an original Xbox 360 Elite. I can't remember if it's got a hard drive on it or not, but to be quite honest, the main reason that I bought it was for the actual box itself. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any of the inserts, so I'm going to have to try and track down the inserts, but even still, I thought it was a good pickup. Once again, paid £10 for that. They go for £90 at CEX and £60 on eBay. But inside the box as well, there was a couple of games as well. So the first one, not really going to be able to do a lot with it. So that is a copy of Prototype that is basically just disc only. So no manual, no original cover, no nothing. But yeah, it was in the box, so not too worried there. Disc only price for that is £2 on eBay. Then we've got Battlefield 3. That one goes for 50p at CEX, £3 on eBay, trades in for a 1p voucher. LA Noire. So this is a game that always baffles me why it's so cheap. It just, yeah, it just got basically breezed over. I'll be honest, I haven't spent too much time playing it, but with the time that I have spent on it, it is actually a really good game. So that goes for 150 at CEX, £3 on eBay and 10p voucher. Then we've got Elder Scrolls Skyrim. That goes for 150 at CEX, £3 on eBay, and once again a 10p voucher. I'll leave the next one because that is one we're actually adding into the collection. Another double is Hitman Absolution. That goes for 150 at CEX, £3 on eBay, 10p voucher. You can see a bit of a pattern here with these games. And then the last double is going to be a copy of Fable 2. This goes for £2 at CEX, £5 on eBay, and trades in for an 80p voucher. And then the game that I am actually going to keep is a classics copy of Sleeping Dogs. So we do have the normal copy of this, but we don't have the classic variant. So yeah, I am going to put this into the collection because, as I say, if we don't have it in the collection, I will always add it in. That one goes for £2.50 at CEX, £3 on eBay. And that is it for the charity shop stuff. So yeah, £20 spent and some really good new additions. Right, so next up we are going to move on to a couple of pickups that I got from Nicky. So Nicky sent me a message that he was going to be offloading a couple of his games. I said, well, before you do, ping me over a photo and then I'll have them off you if they're ones that I need for the collection. And he ended up pinging across 2 PS5 games that I didn't have in the collection, and actually really glad to have them in because playing the footage, or playing the games to capture the footage for this video, I've really enjoyed them. So the first one that we've got is Alien Fireteam Elite. So this is a horde shooter based in the Alien universe, and it's based around the sort of second Alien film. I think it's based just after the second Alien film. Yeah, really enjoyed this. I thought it basically worked really well. And it's definitely one I'm going to be going back to, which is really good because I'm not a massive fan of horde shooters. I've played sort of several over the years, and yeah, it's a bit of a meh attitude towards them. So yeah, really happy with this one, and definitely going to spend a bit more time in it. I paid £7.50 for that. Goes for £15 at CEX and £11 on eBay. And then the other PS5 game that I got off him was Need for Speed Unbound. So yeah, with these, the Need for Speed games have been very inconsistent, is probably the best way to say for me recently. There have been some really good ones, but there have also been some very sort of mediocre ones as well. This one, yeah, wasn't too bad. If I remember rightly, it was a bit more sort of cartoony graphics than normal Need for Speeds. I'll be honest, it's been absolutely ages since I captured the footage for this. But yeah, as I say, I like having the Need for Speeds in. If I want to sort of get a game that's literally just an easy sort of chuck in and play racing game, then I normally tend to grab the Need for Speeds. It's paid £7.50 for that one as well. Goes for £20 at CEX, £16 on eBay. And then the last bit that I got off Nicky was a little Sonic figure. So Nicky did just give me this. And basically looking into it a bit more, it's actually an old sweet container. So what you'd have done is you pull Sonic's quills off the back, and then you'd have had a load of these sort of like chalky sort of sweets inside. Yeah, I think it's cool, and to be quite honest, it will go. Probably put it there right next to Supersonic. So yeah, really happy to have that. Looking it up online, they normally sell for about £15 on eBay. So yeah, a nice little addition there. I will say the only problem with it is Sonic is missing his nose. So it's literally just a little black bit where it's meant to have the nose that sort of comes out. But hey ho, it's still a nice addition to the Sega shelves. Right, the next pickup, this is actually an eBay pickup, and this is a game that I've wanted to pick up for a while, and as I say, it's an NES pickup, and I've kind of gone against my rules. I will be honest, in coming videos I've gone against my rules quite a few times, where I've actually got a boxed NES game. So this is Disney Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. So this is a game, as I say, I've been wanting to pick up for quite a while. But every time I go to look at it, it's just too expensive. And I'll be honest, whenever I've looked at it before, I've always looked at sort of box complete. I haven't actually looked at it since changing the rules on sort of what we're picking up. But the big reason for picking this up is that it wasn't much more expensive than getting the car only price. So yeah, I was very much, if I can get it for the car near enough the car only price, then I might as well just get the complete in box one. So I ended up paying £24.37 for that. It normally sells complete. I only have, so I've got on my thing here, only have car only price for eBay. Or that might be CEX. No, I think that's CEX price. I haven't got a CEX price for this because I think they only had the cart price. Whereas on eBay, this normally goes for about £30. And yeah, I think cart only tends to go for about £20. So once you put the shipping on, that's where we got to like the £4.37. But yeah, as I say, I have broken the rule a couple of times over the next sort of couple of months. You'll see it. But equally, box NES Games, sorry, an amazing addition into the collection. So yeah, really happy to finally have this one. Then next up, picked up a couple of Mega Drive games from eBay, and this first one was one that I've seen people talk about it in the past, but never actually had the chance to play it myself. And that is Marco's Magic Football. So this is a side-scrolling platformer where you play Marco, a football player, and you basically use your football as your primary sort of method of defence or attack, whatever way you want to sort of say it. Absolutely amazing game. As I say, I've seen it a couple of times, but never actually had a chance to play it myself. So yeah, this come up and it wasn't actually over expensive. What did we pay? £23.19 for it, and yeah, it normally goes for about £30, but with this one it is in such good condition. And even if you open it up inside, yes, I do have the cart and manual ran the right way. Yeah, the manual's in really good condition, the cart's in really good condition, so for that price it was definitely worth a pickup. So yeah, really happy. Another new Mega Drive game to add to the collection. The only problem with it is if you look at the spine, it has got a completely custom spine and it's not going to fit in with anything. Oh wait there, we've got Warriors, but that's a Genesis game, so it won't be there. Genesis, Japanese. The only one we've got is MiG-29 that is probably but yeah, I'm just like, really? Right, moving on, we have got another Mega Drive game. This time it is a blue spine game, so it will fit in easily in the collection. And that is International Superstar Soccer, or Deluxe, Superstar Soccer Deluxe, sorry. Now, this one, I have intentionally gone and picked up a copy without a manual. Now, the reason for that is earlier on in the year, I actually got hold of just the manual. And every time I've looked at this game, getting it complete was really expensive. A lot more expensive than I would be willing to pay for it. So I've been keeping my eye out for a copy that is without manual. And yeah, this one come up. It was a really good price, so I ended up jumping on it. It actually, sorry, no, it was an auction. And yeah, so I was watching it, and that was it. It went for a really low price. So it went for £13.50p. Looking it up online, CEX have got it with manual apparently for £20. Not too sure on that one. And on eBay it normally goes for about £30. So as I say, I just wouldn't have paid £30 for this. But yeah, the fact that I've now got a complete in-box copy, and let's put the manual in the right way round. So get there in a second, and then we've got to swap the cart round. There we go, cart and manual in the right way round. Right, so next up I've got a couple of bits that I picked up from a viewer of the channel, and I will be honest, I completely forgot to ask the guy his name when I was talking to him. Oh actually, no, I think his Facebook profile is Stray. So yeah, he messaged me on Facebook, and yeah, he was like, oh, I've got a couple of games that I'm looking to get rid of, is it something you'd be interested in? So he sent me over a load of pictures, and I will admit he had some absolutely amazing bits he was selling. I don't there's one thing that he showed, I don't know if he was selling it or it was a new addition to his collection, but he actually got the complete in-box Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES console, and yeah, it's an absolutely stunning console. I would love to add one in the future, but yeah, I think for now I'm just gonna have to stick with my action set. So yeah, he had a whole load of games, and there was a couple in here that I desperately wanted for the collection. In addition to that as well, there was also a boxed N64 game. So the N64 game was a copy of Glover. So I've seen this about. I won't, once again, be honest, it's not something that I've ever played, and I'm on the fence with it. I don't know sort of what I thought of it. The mechanics are very interesting. I will admit I really struggled to get to grips with the mechanics. You'll probably see in the footage that my sort of playing of it isn't great. But I ended up getting that for £30. Looking it up online, it goes for £40 at CEX, 35 on eBay, and this is complete. So yeah, it's got all the manual and everything, and yeah, this will be a nice new addition to the N64 shelf. But in addition to that, I did also get a couple of big box PC games, and as I say, these were ones that I really wanted for the collection. So the first one that we've got is Half-Life Generations. So this basically has Half-Life, Half-Life Opposing Forces, and Half-Life Counter-Strike. So Opposing Forces and Counter-Strike are basically the add-on packs that were released. I was about to say DLC then. The add-on packs that were released for the original Half-Life. And then yeah, Valve then released this sort of all-in-one box. So I wouldn't, don't get me wrong, I would still love to get a complete in-box, big box copy of the standard Half-Life game. But for now, this is going to be an amazing sort of stopgap until we can get to that. So we ended up paying £20 for that one, sorry. Looking it up online, it goes for about £40 on eBay. And then this last one was this, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I really don't care, I've got to have it. Because this was, how to sort of word this. So this was the game that I spent so long playing on my school computer. So yeah, in secondary school, my head of IT the head of IT department didn't like me at all, because obviously I knew about computers, and when I was at school, when I was doing IT GCSE, it was literally just a Microsoft Office course. So I would spend time just basically circumventing network security and doing everything that I shouldn't have been doing. And then once we got into sixth form, I don't even know how I got the opportunity to do it, but the librarian in the school library let me use, basically let me fix the library computer. And essentially what I did was I just wiped it, started again, and removed all of the head of IT security, and it was never noticed. This computer stayed exactly as it was for the whole 2 years that I was in sixth form. And yeah, so while we're there, we started installing some games, and then me and my friends would then sit in the school library playing some very not safe for school games, and this was probably one of the main ones that I remember playing, and that is Duke Nukem 3D. So yeah, you can just imagine sort of on a lunch break, you're sort of in the school library, you're studying or whatever, and all you hear is sort of shooting from one corner and then sort of shake it, baby. This is a game, I absolutely love this game. Still to this day, whenever I get a chance to play it, it is just so enjoyable. So yeah, to get a big box version of this was something that was on the wish list. So really happy to have this. And yeah, this is going to take pride of place on the shelf. I think I'm going to have to be taking a couple of bits out of the big box PC shelf now to actually get this in. I've got a couple of other games that I want to get up there, but paid £20 for that. Goes for £40 on eBay, which is really good. Right, and getting into the last load of bits that I picked up. These all come from the auction. So I went to, I think these were done over sort of 2 different auctions. No, they were both the same auction. So when I was looking, I don't think originally I was intending on going to this auction, but I was sort of flicking through the catalogue when they released it, and I saw this first console, and I was like, this is one that I am desperate to add into the collection. It is a variant that the console that I just don't have. So yeah, I decided to sort of jump on, basically sort of went to the auction to pick up just this console, and then yeah, it ended up sort of spiraling in to me picking up another one as well. And that is the white Wii U. So this is the 8 gig model. This was the original version that was released, which was then subsequently followed up by the premium pack, which has 32 gigs of internal storage. And then later this was phased out and just replaced with the premium pack. But yeah, I just did not have the white console. So we do have, just up here, so I do have the tablet that goes with it, but just never had the console. And yeah, every time I've sort of looked at them, even looking at sort of 40 models, they were just sort of too expensive. I just didn't want to pick them up. But I will admit, when I sort of saw this at the auction, I sort of kind of got a bit between my teeth, and I was like, no, I am going home with that. So in addition to the console, it come with the power supply and another white tablet. I will admit, looking at the tablet, it's not in as good as condition as the one that I've already got, so I'm going to put that tablet with the console. It also has come with the console power supply, but didn't come with the tablet power supply. So yeah, worst case scenario, I'll use the tablet for parts, but other than that, it was mainly the console that I was after anyway. But in addition to that, there was a couple of games that come with it. Unfortunately, no Wii U games. They were all just standard Wii games. And I have to say, they were all in absolutely awful condition. So I'll be honest, yeah, I'm not going to be doing a lot with them. So we've got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, but as you can see, it is so sun-faded, it's unbelievable. That one goes for £5 at CEX, £3.50 on eBay, and trades in for a £3 voucher. So I might try and sort of recase it, because I know in the past when I've taken stuff into CEX, I've not been too fussy about the cover art. I remember taking a copy of Minecraft in, and the cover art was chewed up to high hell, but because the disc was okay, they took it in. Then we've got a copy of, just trying to make sure I don't lose myself, We Play. So this goes for £1 at CEX, £3 on eBay, trades in for a 30p voucher. Then we've got Pro Evolution Soccer 2010. This goes for 75p at CEX, £3.50 on eBay, and trades in for a 1p voucher. Then we've got a very grubby and horrible copy of Big Beach Sports. This goes for £1 at CEX, £2.50 on eBay, and trades in for a 30p voucher. Then we've got a very sort of mouldy looking Wii Fit Plus, £1 at CEX, £1.50 on eBay, and a 30p voucher. And then the last one is actually one that we don't have in the collection, but as you can see, it doesn't have the cover art. And that is High School Musical 3 Disney's Sing It. So yeah, I probably will keep it about, but yeah, not massively worried. I'm not going to add it to the app or anything like that, just because it doesn't have the cover. That one goes for 50p at CEX and £2.50 on eBay. Oh, and yeah, sorry, I forgot to say, so the Wii U console itself sells for £90 at CEX, £70 on eBay. I got the whole bundle for £35. So yeah, a good price there, really happy with that. And yeah, definitely over the moon to finally add the white Wii U to the collection. I think the next step now is going to be down to sort of tracking down the boxes for the Wii U's. So yeah, that is probably going to be a big target for next year. And then before we wrap up, we've got one more console that we picked up from the auction. And this one is an Xbox One. So yeah, in with the lot, it did come with the power supply, but the actual console itself has seen much better days. So as you can see, it's already missing a side panel, and I think there's a crack in the top in the vent there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. So you'll see that bit just there. So to be honest, I mainly bought it for some of the games that come with it. And yeah, it was The console itself, I'm just going to use for parts. But in addition to the console, it did come with a whole load of controllers as well. Unfortunately, no official Xbox One controllers. So the first one that we've got, so this is a Power A Lightning controller. So Power A basically do aftermarket controllers for the Xbox One and many other consoles as well. But yeah, these are not controllers that I've got any interest in sort of keeping for the collection. So looking them up online, where are they? £30 at CEX, £20 on eBay, and they're trading for a £12 voucher. So yeah, I am going to get them hooked up to the PC, do some testing, make sure they all work, give them a clean up, and then they'll get taken into CEX for a voucher. Then also we've got the Power A two-tone Xbox One controller. So once again, just needs a bit of a wipe over, and yeah, just need to run it through the controller tester. Same again, goes for £30 at CEX, £20 on eBay. Why have I got that one different? No, apparently this one only goes for £10 on eBay. So yeah, the £12 voucher that we'll get for that will be really good. And then lastly, I will admit I haven't even got this written down. We've got a white sort of non-brand Xbox One controller. It does look, I will admit, it looks convincing, but there's just no stickers or anything on it. So yeah, it's definitely a knockoff. And then in addition to that, there was a whole stack of games as well. So let's dive into the games. So the first ones that we've got are all doubles. So first one that we've got is Black Ops 4. This one goes for £5 at CEX, £5 on eBay, trades in for a £2 voucher. Then we've got the Legacy Edition of Call of Duty Infinity War, which also comes with the Modern Warfare remake. Unfortunately, it is a download. It's not on the disc, which is a bit of a shame. That one goes for £4 at CEX, £3.50 on eBay, trades in for a £1.60 voucher. Then we've got Battlefield 1, £1.50 at CEX, £3 on eBay, and a 10p voucher. Destiny, £1.50 at CEX, £2.50 on eBay, and a 10p voucher again. Then we've got Titanfall. This one is £1.50 at CEX, £3 on eBay, and a 10p voucher. And then I'll be honest, I'm not even going to rattle through the prices for these next ones. We've got FIFA 16, FIFA 17, FIFA 18, and FIFA 20. So I think we're pretty much missing 19 and possibly 15 to have a bit of a run, but definitely missing 19 for a run. Yeah, they are going for next to nothing at CEX. And yeah, I think 50p, £1, and they're all trading for a penny voucher. But there was a pile of ones that I am keeping for the collection. So the first ones that we've got is Ashes Cricket. I will be honest, I have got no interest in this game. It is purely one to add to the collection. I hate cricket. I've never been interested in it. I don't like playing it. I don't like watching it. And yeah, it's just one that was in the bundle. So, and we don't have it, so that's why it's getting added. This one goes £2 at CEX, £4.50 on eBay. Then we've got Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind. I think it's a bit dusty. So I'll be honest, once again, never played any of the Elder Scrolls Online. I barely played the Elder Scrolls. It's only the fact I've been playing them to capture footage for the videos. Out of these sort of games, I much prefer Fallout. Definitely a Fallout player over an Elder Scrolls. But we don't have this one in the collection. So that goes for £2 at CEX, £3 on eBay. Then next up we've got Injustice 2, which is an I absolutely love the Injustice games. So I've played both 1 and 2. I do admit I do want to add them both to the 2 complete list for next year, because yeah, they are absolutely amazing. I definitely want to go through and sort of follow the story on these. So that one goes for £3 at CEX, £7 on eBay. Then next up we've got a special edition steelbook, and that is the Ultimate Edition Gears of War 4. Now there was a bit of a problem with this one because once I got it home and sort of opened the box up, it was actually missing the disc. So at one point I thought, well, it might be in the console. Powered on the console, went to eject it, nothing come out. So I was like, ah. But what I was able to do was able to pick up a copy of the standard copy from CEX in the, was it last week's CEX hunt. And yeah, what I've done was I just put the disc in. I mean, I paid £1, £1.50 something for the disc. And yeah, it's the same disc that should be in this anyway. So yeah, happy to have that now in a complete condition. That goes for £2 at CEX. That is just the standard edition, £2. I definitely paid less than that. I think that's gone down since I put these figures in. £28 this goes for on eBay in a pre-owned condition. I will admit I probably would get nowhere near £28 for this one because it isn't in the best of conditions. And then in addition to that, there are 3 more games in this bundle that I am keeping for the collection. And the reason I'm keeping them all for the collection is one of them I don't have, but all 3 of them are still sealed. So we've got Far Cry 5. This one goes for £5 on eBay in a sealed condition, £4 at CEX, but obviously that is opened. We've then got Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This goes for £6 at CEX, opened, £10 on eBay, sealed. And then the last one is Strange Brigade. Now this is a horde shooter. I'll be honest, I have got the trailer for this. Just because at the moment I don't want to open it, I'm going to keep it sealed until I actually want to dive into it. As I said earlier on, I'm not a massive fan of horde shooters, but yeah, going to give Alien another go. But for now, I'm going to keep this one sealed, keep it in the collection. It goes for £4 at CEX, £8 on eBay. And that is it. So that is all of the pickups for today. But what I have stupidly done is I've got to go through and add up all the totals. So if you give me 2 minutes, I'm going to dive on, just quickly add all this up, and then we'll get to the totals before wrapping the video up. Okay, so finally got the totals in. So total spent today was £241 and 6p. If we'd got everything from CEX, we'd be looking at £601 and 50p. And then to get everything from eBay, we're looking at £706 and 50p. So yeah, some really good pickups there, some good trade fodder. Actually looking at it, we'll get £131 and 5p if we were to trade everything in. But obviously things like the Xbox One, not going to be able to trade that in because it is incomplete. And the original Xbox, probably going to sell that separately, not go through CEX. So yeah, some really good pickups there. Definitely some great new additions to the collection. But yeah, with that said, that is going to wrap up today's video. But before you head off, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so we kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching today. Really hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Alright, bye!